Did you know the first black woman in space is also a doctor, dancer, and
Mae Jemison always believed in following her dreams. In fact, she followed her dreams right into space.
To the Space Shuttle.
1956 in Decatur, Alabama, but calling Chicago her space. They attended Stanford University on a scholarship, studying chemical engineering and African and Afro-American studies. While in her senior year of college, she was deciding between two careers, either a doctor or a professional dancer. She decided to continue on in the medical field. School, refugee camp, space. She took a poster of the Alvin Ailey American Dance Company along with her on the flight. With a successful launch of the Space Shuttle, the first thing she saw from space was her hometown in space. In March 1993, Dr. Jemison left healthcare in Africa. Dr. Jemison has also had a television career. She's the only real astronaut to ever appear on a Star Trek series. She was the host and technical consultant for the series Worlds of Wonder. Dr. Jemison didn't let a lack of role models discourage her. She had big dreams and made them happen. She has been a doctor, a dancer, an astronaut, and a chemical engineer. But most of all, she has been an inspiration.
16 years old, where she studied chemical engineering. Despite the challenges of being one of the few black women in a predominantly white field, she excelled. At Stanford, she was a standout student, not just in her academics, but also as a member of the cheerleading squad and an advocate for diversity. And after graduating with a degree in chemical engineering, Mae went on to Cornell University Medical College, where she earned her MD. It wasn't just about becoming a doctor. Mae knew that medicine was a tool she could use to make a difference in the world. She wanted to help people, and she saw science and medicine as the path to do that. But Mae's ambitions weren't limited to the operating room. She always dreamed of space. Even though people told her it was a long shot, she wasn't about to let anyone tell her what was possible. Her dream was too big, and she was determined to make it come true, no matter how many hurdles she had to clear. After finishing medical school, Mae Jemison didn't just settle for a conventional career. In 1983, she joined the Peace Corps, where she served as a medical officer in Sierra Leone and Liberia. Mae didn't just treat patients. She helped set up healthcare programs and focused on disease prevention, showing her commitment to global health. But as much as she loved medicine, there was still a bigger dream calling her. In 1987, Mae made a life-changing decision. She applied to NASA's astronaut program. Despite her impressive credentials, her path was anything but easy. The space industry, like so many others, was a tough and competitive field, especially for a black woman. But Mae wasn't deterred. She knew this was where she belonged. She became one of just 15 candidates selected from thousands of applicants. In 1992, history was made when Mae Jemison became the first black woman to travel in space. She flew aboard the Space Shuttle Endeavour as a mission specialist. During her 8-day mission, Mae conducted experiments on the effects of weightlessness on the human body and worked on projects that could help improve life on Earth. For Mae, it wasn't just about flying in space. It was about using space as a platform to better humanity. For many, space is a distant, almost unreachable frontier. But for Mae, it was a place where she could continue her mission of service, whether it was in medicine, technology, or education. Her time on the Endeavour wasn't just a victory for her. It was a victory for every woman and person of color who had ever been told that their dreams were too big. Despite her achievements, Mae Jemison faced challenges every step of the way. Being one of the only black women in a field dominated by white men, she often had to fight for recognition and respect. At times, her intelligence, talent and passion were overlooked simply because of her race and gender. In NASA, she faced the same struggles. There were moments when she had to prove herself over and over again, battling against stereotypes and bias. Some doubted her abilities, dismissing her as just another token astronaut. But Mae refused to be defined by the limits others set for her. She used those doubts as fuel to push harder, work smarter, and prove that she was more than capable. And it wasn't just about being the first. Mae's journey in space was fraught with uncertainty too. It's easy to look back and see her as a trailblazer. But at the time, her path was anything but clear. The expectations on her were enormous. She wasn't just representing herself, but the entire Black community and women in science. The pressure was intense, but Mae faced it head on. Her resilience was tested not just on Earth, but in space as well. As the only Black woman in her group of astronauts, Mae found herself under constant scrutiny. Yet, she didn't let the weight of these expectations hold her back. Instead, she used her platform to lift others, pushing for more representation and breaking the mold for what was possible for future generations. Mae Jemison's achievements in space were groundbreaking. But her life extends far beyond the stars. She's not just a scientist, an astronaut. She's a daughter, a mother, and a woman who cherishes a life filled with passion outside of her career. Her family played an important role in her journey. Mae's parents, who were both highly supportive of her dreams, instilled in her the belief that anything was possible. Her mother especially was a big influence, encouraging Mae to pursue her dreams without fear. Mae has one daughter, Maisha, who was born while Mae was already making history at NASA. Her family values remain at the core of everything she does, and it's clear that motherhood was just as significant to her as any of her career achievements. Outside of her professional life, Mae has a unique passion for dance. She's a trained dancer and studied African dance, even performing with the famous Alvin Ailey Dance Company. Dance, she says, was a way to express herself and connect with different cultures. For Mae, movement and creativity were just as important as science and exploration. After leaving NASA, Mae didn't slow down. She continued to focus on her other passions, especially the promotion of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. STEM to young people, especially young girls and underrepresented communities. She's often seen as a mentor and a fierce advocate for education, and she encourages young minds to dream big, just as she did. But Mae didn't stop at advocating for education. She's also an entrepreneur. In 1993, she founded the Jemison Group, a company dedicated to advancing technology and sustainable development. Her goal was to bridge the gap between the technological world and the real-world challenges facing communities. Mae has always been driven by the idea that technology can and should serve humanity. While Mae Jemison's career is already legendary, there are some fascinating facts about her life that many people don't know. For one, did you know that Mae was in a Michael Jackson music video? In 1989, she appeared in the video for "The Way You Make Me Feel," showing a fun and unexpected side to the woman who would go on to make history in space. But Mae's talents didn't stop with space exploration and dance. She's also deeply involved in entrepreneurship. After leaving NASA, she founded the Jemison Group, which focuses on developing sustainable technologies and improving quality of life in developing countries. She has also been a key advocate for space tourism, imagining a future where space travel is accessible to more people around the world. One of the most exciting aspects of Mae's work is her belief in the power of space to improve life on Earth. While she was on the Endeavour, she worked on experiments related to bone loss, muscle atrophy, and the effects of weightlessness, all of which could have profound implications for human health, both in space and here on Earth. Her work has paved the way for future research into human biology and technology. And here's something many people don't know. Mae Jemison is a passionate advocate for diversity in science and technology. She founded the 12th Street Jump Project, which brings science and space exploration into schools to inspire young people, especially girls and minorities, to pursue careers in STEM. She wants to create a pipeline for future scientists and innovators, showing that anyone can reach for the stars, literally. Mae Jemison's legacy goes far beyond her time in space. Today, she is a living symbol of what's possible when you defy the odds and pursue your passions without limits. Her impact is felt not just in the world of space exploration, but across education, technology, and social change. Her story has inspired millions, especially women and people of color.
In real life,
chase
Lieutenant
careers
Palmer
in
is
fields
Dr.
that were
Mae
once
Jemison,
thought
a
to be
mission
out of reach.
specialist who spent 8 days in
Mae
orbit aboard the
proved that it
Space
wasn't
Shuttle
just about
Endeavour.
making history.
Dr. Jemison was inspired to
about
become an
creating a
astronaut
path
after seeing
for
Lieutenant
others to
Uhura
follow.
aboard the original Enterprise
She
when she
opened
was a
doors
child
for young girls
and asked
and
to be part of the
minorities
Star Trek
who dream
universe.
of one day
Part of
looking
the
up at the
imagination.
stars
And
and seeing themselves as astronauts, scientists, and
conceived
innovators.
and born in space. The
Mae's
experiment went
influence
very
extends
well.
beyond space.
The results
She's been
now, the
recognized by the
investigators out
National
at
Women's
Ames
Hall of
Research
Fame
Center
and
working
received
busily
numerous
on things,
accolades,
but very
including the NASA Space Flight
generally
Medal
the
and the
gross
Kilby
appearance of the
Science Award.
tadpoles that were conceived
These
in
honors
zero
not
G
only acknowledge her
looked very
groundbreaking
normal.
work,
They seem very
but they
normal.
also help
So it was
solidify
a
her
good
status
experiment.
as a
One of the things we also wanted to
trailblazer in
look
every
at
sense of the
was
word.
what was the behavior?
But Mae's
Was
legacy
there
isn't just about the awards. It's about the work she continues to do. Whether it's advocating for STEM education, promoting diversity in science and technology, or mentoring the next generation of leaders, Mae's mission remains the same: to inspire others to reach beyond their limits, to keep exploring, and to never stop dreaming. Mae Jemison's journey may have begun in the classroom, but it has touched every corner of society. She has made a lasting mark on the world, proving that with passion, perseverance, and vision, the sky is truly the limit. Mae Jemison's journey is proof that dreams, no matter how big, are worth chasing. She didn't just break barriers, she built new ones, creating paths for countless others to follow. Whether in space, medicine, or education, she has shown us that with passion and perseverance, anything is possible. If Mae's story inspired you, don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who needs a little motivation, and subscribe to our channel for more incredible stories like hers. And hey, we want to hear from you. How has Mae Jemison's journey impacted your dreams? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Remember, the stars aren't as far as they seem. So keep reaching, and who knows where you'll go next.